Risky behavior.
Welcome to Risky Behavior, and this is Risky News. I found this news report on an extreme case of, I guess, what they call it, squatting, and I didn't know anything like this was possible. This is crazy.
Brentwood homeowner who rented his guest house on Airbnb cannot get rid of the woman living there.
And it's turned into a legal battle, and now the woman is demanding that he pay her to leave. KTLA's Annie Rose Ramos live in Brentwood to try to explain. Annie Rose, good morning.
It's such a doozy, and now she's saying she won't leave for anything less than $100,000. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm going to try and explain. We're here in front of said house in Brentwood on Tiger Tail Road. I'll get out of the way so you can take a better look. If you want to see, there's a white gate on the right-hand side. That's the main house where the owner and his family lives currently. Over on the left side, after this truck goes through, you will see that there's a garage and there's an ADU on the other side. That is where the Airbnb guest has been living rent-free for the past year and a half. All right, she's now being called by the homeowner's attorney, the Airbnb guest from hell. Here's more of what he had to say.
In my review of a lot of the emails, at the end of the 6 months, she started coming up with a bunch of reasons not to leave, relocations, a whole bunch of things. And in my view, the whole plan was to extort money from him so that she would leave. So we filed a lawsuit to evict her, the unlawful detainer, and then we filed one for damages for back rent. He's very frustrated. He's got a person that's hostile across from him, won't let him in to even see the place, which he has a right to. Our goal is to have her evicted by law. And then our goal is to have a judgment against her that's on paper so that other people of LA will know that people do this.
Okay, here's how it all started. Elizabeth Hirschhorn rented the Airbnb until March 2022, only she never left. According to the LA Times, who obtained the lawsuit, the owner of the house, Sascha Jovanovic, said she could stay for a few more weeks, which she did, and then stayed for another year and a half without paying rent. The LA Times reporting the tenant, Elizabeth, is suing, saying the two sides had a long-term lease separate from Airbnb, and then she contacted the city of LA, who said the ADU isn't up to code and that the homeowner could not evict her until he could prove the unit was up to code. Well, see, he says he wants to make the necessary changes inside the unit, but that the tenant won't let him in. Now, the tenant, Elizabeth Hirschhorn, is asking for $100,000 in order to get out, and the homeowner, Sascha Jovanovic, is asking for over $60,000 in what she owes in rent. He says he's scared for his safety living next to this woman. We reached out to her attorney and have yet to hear back. But neighbors, I got to tell you, we've spoken to them this morning, and they are on the owner side. Take a listen.
Yeah, and it's not fair to the other neighbors too. I mean, it's scary for the other neighbors. Who knows what she sounds very evil to me. I'd be scared to live next door. I mean, there's a lot of kids around here. I don't know what kind of person she is to do this. She's not a kind person. Who knows? And he has kids.
All right, you might be wondering where Airbnb comes in all this, because all of this started with a rental listed on their website. Well, they say because the homeowner let the tenant stay for a few more weeks after that lease or rental expired, that they wipe their hands of this entire business. They wipe their hands of any involvement. They say they aren't responsible. They've even taken down this rental property on their website, saying that the owner violated their terms of service. And so now this owner is on his own, as is the tenant, who says she's not going anywhere. Basically, this is a big red flag for a lot of folks who rent their rooms or any part of their home to really know the terms and the conditions with which you're using Airbnb or any other website, VRBO, when you're doing and entering into this kind of type of rental. Reporting live from Brentwood, I'll send it back to you both in the studio.
Sounds like
Exactly. That's his fault. He should have never extended no couple weeks or nothing. Get out. Leave. Can you imagine? It couldn't have been me. You see how she smiled like how that lady is smiling, her face would have been of horror. You would have seen that garage door going up and me dragging that damn lady out, kicking and screaming. It's no, I got too much of a temper for that. I would have did, I already know I would have did something stupid. Like, seriously. I would have been facing some charges, man. You would have seen me dragging her out. That ain't even nothing I play with. Like, mm-mm. 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 Nah. Mm-mm. I, he a better man than me. He a better man than me. I'd have been like, it's time to go. I couldn't even control myself in no situation like that. I already know I couldn't, man. I'd have drugged that lady up out of there. I'd have threw all her stuff out. I wouldn't even have thought to even contact nobody. Excuse me. I couldn't even have thought to contact nobody. I wouldn't even knew I had to contact somebody to evict her. The police would have showed up. They were like, damn, Risky, the lady said you threw her stuff out and you drug out. I'm like, I didn't know I couldn't do that. I told her it was time to go. I told her it was time to leave. And this here, to me, this is, and where they at, those people that's in charge of things like that, they dead wrong for this. That's like a murder waiting to happen, right? You know what I mean? Like, how much can a person deal with? And then for this lady to never have paid any rent or anything, and then for him to be so kind to say, well, yeah, you can stay 2-3 weeks, to help this person out, and for them to take advantage and do something like this to a person, and then to say, well, the building wasn't up to code, so why did you stay there if it went up to code and it was so terrible? Why you want to stay there then? And then to say, oh, okay, you know what? I played the game. She said it ain't up to code. I get it up to code. I prove to y'all it's up to code. Oh, well, now you can't come in. So she won't let him in to fix it. So she just extended and extended. I don't know how he doing it. Like, I know I would have went in there and drugged that lady out. They too close for comfort. It's not like he's renting some place across town, and you know what I'm saying? She's right there. So when he's getting his coffee ready, you know what I'm saying, kiss his wife and kids goodbye, he going to work. She's right there. Oh my God. And don't let me hear that she probably having little parties over there, inviting her family and friends and stuff. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I just don't know how this is possible. I don't know, like, how does the law protect people like that? That's crazy to me. I don't know. Y'all comment down below, man. Let me know what y'all think. This is Risky. I'm out.
Risky behavior.